My name is Haunani Pacheco. I have lived on Kauai pretty much all my life in the Hanalei, Wanini, Kilauea area, so on the North Shore. I've actually gone through 4 hurricanes on this island. Been through Hurricane Dot, Hurricane Nina, Hurricane Eva, and Hurricane Iniki. Of course, Iniki was the most significant one as far as damage, as far as interruption of life. So at the time that Iniki hit, I was working for Princeville, taking care of the houses that they had built on Queen Emma's Bluffs. And so the day before the hurricane, I checked the properties, and the day of the hurricane, I went in to be sure that everything was secure and headed for home. The wind started around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It got very intense as the day progressed. We were in the house. My mother-in-law was with us, and the winds picked up so much that we could see roofs flying off of people's houses and slamming into other people's houses down the street. And then one of the roofs hit my house, and so it tore the whole half of my house off. And my neighbors across the street, their roof flew off, and they were all in the garage, and they had about 3 little kids. So we called them over, and we stayed in my kitchen area, but it seemed to be getting worse and worse. And I was telling my husband, even prior to the hurricane, that they were expecting possibly a Category 5. And say Eva was like a 1. And so we're looking at pretty intense storm. So he wasn't too concerned, but when the wind started to pick up, then he started getting nervous, and we started running around the house trying to pick up things and putting it into the car, because we were going to either go up to the gym or find some other shelter, because we didn't think our house was going to handle it. And as we went up the street, it was probably during whatever it was, like the eye of the storm. It had calmed down a little bit, but the wind was still blowing. And we passed the gym, and people who had gone to be sheltered in the gym were now in the park, because the gym couldn't withstand the wind either, and they were having problems with wind and rain, and just everybody in there being really afraid that the building was going to cave in. So we continued up the street, and so we decided to go to the telephone exchange, which is a small cement building right as you enter Kilauea. So Gary worked for the telephone company, and he was able to access that building. Well, when we got there, other employees had also come to shelter there. So there was 20 of us in this small little cement structure, and there were no windows, and so we had to continually open and close the door. Normally it would have air conditioning, but of course no power, no air conditioning. We had a friend down Kalihiwai, and her name was June Stark, and she got a really, really bad cut, and she said goodbye to her husband because there was nowhere for her to go to as far as a medical facility that could help her. And they couldn't drive to Kilauea either, because all the trees were down. And so someone came and helped them, and they got a hold of Dr. Goodman, and somehow he got to his clinic and was able to help June. So even if they could have gone to the gym, there was no medical facility there that could have helped her. I think we need a better facility that everybody knows is available, that they know that they can be safe, that they know there is provisions for them, that they know that there's medical supplies for them in case something happened. Because there's no way you can travel from Kilauea or the North Shore to Wilcox Hospital because all the poles are going to be down, the trees are on the road. How are you going to get there? But I believe that just the safety factor, just the fear of not being safe, not feeling like you were safe, and trying to do whatever it took to be able to be safe was an issue. I say the Resilience Center is a major step forward for the island to be able to help those in need in time of disaster, and to also be a role model for other communities so that they could put up their own resilience centers.